to the Big Bang Review Show. This is episode 1, part 3. And once again, we're talking about Paul Gilbert's Dio album. This is part 3 of the episode. And today, we're going to start off talking about track number 5, Man on the Silver Mountain. Of course, this song was originally recorded and written by Rainbow. Rainbow was the first national act to really put Ronnie James Dio on the map. I mean, sure, people had seen him in Elf before that, but Rainbow was the first time that people really got to experience the legendary singer Ronnie James Dio. Of course, Ronnie James Dio back in 1975 was very young in his career. And Man on the Silver Mountain, interestingly enough, was the debut single released by Rainbow. And of course, Rainbow was a band that Deep Purple guitarist Ritchie Blackmore formed after leaving Deep Purple. And of course, Ritchie teamed up with Ronnie because Ronnie had opened for Deep Purple when he was an Elf. And so that's how the two initially hooked up. And I tell you, I've always loved the song Man on the Silver Mountain because Ronnie, all throughout his career and life, one thing he always talked about was being a dreamer and reaching for the stars and trying to make your dreams come true. I mean, Man on the Silver Mountain, from the minute I first heard that song, that's one of the things I always loved about it. It was so positive. I felt like, somebody singing to me like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You do anything you want. And Ronnie James Dio, he lived he lived by that philosophy. That song is very biographical when you look at the career Ronnie had. I mean, from Rainbow to Sabbath to his own Dio band, the trajectory of his career just went up and up and up. I mean, Ronnie got to a point in life where he was the man on the Silver Mountain. He had made all his dreams come true. I mean, he had found a level of success. And so I have always loved that song. And, once again, let's talk about the Dio album. Just to kind of get an idea of what other people think, I went online, I was checking out what people were saying about it on YouTube. And people were saying pretty much everything that I kind of think, which is, hey, Paul Gilbert, a great album, a great way of covering these classic Dio songs. And again, it's hard to, when covering somebody else's songs, it's hard to kind of be able to, do a masterful job at covering them, especially when you're covering an entire body of somebody's entire life, their career. By the time this album has come out, Ronnie James Dio's been dead for over 10 years now, and so this is basically Paul Gilbert paying tribute to the life work of Ronnie James Dio. And what's interesting is whether we're talking about Neon Nights or Man on a Silver Mountain, the interesting thing is Paul Gilbert, these are his interpretations of these classic Dio songs. And again, when I say Dio, I mean, they really are all Dio songs. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a Rainbow song, a Sabbath song, or a song by the Dio band. I mean, these are all songs that were written and performed by Ronnie James Dio and the various bands that he fronted throughout his career. And the interesting thing is, you think one thing everybody just totally agrees on Ronnie, what a great performer. So if you went to see Ronnie perform any of these songs, throughout your life, you got special memories of that. And Ronnie was a masterful singer and songwriter and performer. So anytime I hear any of these Dio songs, I think of the lyrics. I mean, Ronnie was just such a gifted wordsmith. And so in a way, that's kind of what's missing from these Paul Gilbert versions of the songs. Rather than try to sing the songs, Paul Gilbert made the decision. Okay, I'm going to play my guitar. I'm kind of going to sing through my guitar, and that's exactly what he does. And that's one reason I really urge people to go out and get this, because even as I'm listening to like Man on the Silver Mountain, I mean, I can hear like Ronnie's words, um, except through the guitar, and it's a very unique experience. And so that's what makes it so different. I mean, and Paul Gilbert, I'm talking about, he does it in a such a unique, amazing way because he's not trying to put his spin on these tunes. He's not trying to reinvent or reimagine these songs. I mean, could you imagine the backlash he would have got if he even attempted that? What I really love about Paul Gilbert's Dio album is it's a new way for fans to hear these classic Dio songs. And talking a little more about Man on the Silver Mountain, I was interested to find out that this is a song that was really featured every time through from the very beginning that this song came out. Ronnie always had this song in the set list. It didn't matter if he was playing it with Rainbow, Sabbath, or Dio. This was a fan favorite, and so I could see why Paul Gilbert would choose, Man on the Silver Mountain to feature on here because it's an all-time Dio classic. You just cannot go wrong. And here's another kind of interesting thing I found out. The album that the song was originally off of, the debut Rainbow album, it peaked at number 30. So again, the fact that the album reached number 30 on the U.S. Billboard chart, that shows you people loved Ronnie James Dio from the very beginning. And so again, when we look at all the songs that are featured on here, I mean, they're all songs you're going to want to hear. And another thing that I got to kind of point out is, I mean, again, going back to one of my favorite songs we talked about on an earlier episode here of the Big Bang Review Show, Neon Nights. I mean, listen to some of these lyrics, okay? And again, this is in reference to the song Neon Nights. Oh no, here it comes again. Oh, okay, there it comes again. I can't remember when we came so close to love. Okay, I mean, he's such a wordsmith. And again, I'm not trying to say I'm any Ronnie James Dio because I'm definitely not, but I'm a huge fan. I love what Paul Gilbert has done on the Dio album. So there's going to be a few more episodes in reference to Paul Gilbert's Dio album. So please check back in a few days, and we'll have some more on this album in reference to the Big Bang Review Show. I hope you all have enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun doing this. We'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.